Shinde ji, where are you? Hello.
Yes, yes. Now it is live.
Where is Shinde ji gone?
Ah.
You are not visible, sir. Shinde sir, you are not visible.
He just disconnected. Just have a patience. He'll rejoin again.
तब तक सभी को नमस्कार.
Namaste, ma'am. And please mute yourselves unless you want to say hello. Just mute yourselves. Can you all see the slide? Can you see the slide?
Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Current has gone. I am connecting with the laptop now. 1 minute. Huh?
Okay, sir, no problem.
I am connecting with some here. The current cut and immediately I open now once again. This is on mobile. This is on mobile. I have opened.
Okay.
But now I am connecting laptop. Yes, it opened.
Okay.
Okay.
Please start, sir. The PPT is being shared. Oh no.
Yeah, I am now visible. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Is it? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Now we'll start. This is the life. Thank you very much. You have given the introduction, no?
Yes, sir.
Good. Very good. Good evening, brothers and sisters. Thank you very much to all of you joining. I am grateful to Indian section to give me this opportunity. In fact, I was to give this online talk on first Sunday of this month, as Vimalji very correctly said. And I immediately selected the topic, being the first Sunday of September, means it is nearing to the 5th of September, which is the Teacher's Day. Then I thought, who is the teacher? The life itself is the best teacher. The life, the best teacher. This title but what we have to do is to keep the link unbroken. Means soul consciousness ensures us happiness forever. This is what the title I gave to my topic. My own life gave me the lesson actually to wait and to get well from the suffering and then think of giving talk. My throat was badly affected. Also, I had some fever, and now I am better to give talk. So last 15 days, I was contemplating and really thinking about the life, and life not problem. Here you see this timeless existence in the world of time. You exist in time, but you belong to eternity. You are a penetration of eternity into the world of time. We have come in a limited world, which is limited by time. Actually, we are deathless, but living in a body of death, and our consciousness knows no death, no birth. Once you understand this, you have this concept, then life is not a problem to be solved, but reality to be experienced. Because it is quite true, unexamined life is not worth living. So we have to examine, we have to observe our life, we have to observe our events in life, because life imposes things on us, and some things they impose which we can't control. But still we have the choice of how we are going to live through all these up and downs of life. This is what Albert Einstein also said. Life is like riding a bicycle. He said, life is like riding a bicycle. And on the bicycle, to keep your balance, you must keep continuous moving. So no stagnity, you move. Life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you respond to it. So once you know the life which we feel miserable, etc., because we have inadequate response. Life itself has speech. Life is never silent. Only thing we are not able to listen, the speech of life. And we say, life is a cry. Actually, life is a song. It is said, learn from life that you are part of the harmony. This is a very good statement. Learn from life that you are part of the harmony. So if you are not in harmony within yourself, harmony within and without, then you can't learn from the life. So learn from life to obey these laws of harmony. You know, life is full of harmony, order, and love. Harmony is the law. Order is its expression. And love is its perfume. Life also loves you. So simple life or simplify your life is the message of the life. Don't make it complicated. Simplify your life. You can make room for clarity. You can make room for the purpose of life when you lead a simple life. Otherwise, if you make the life complex, you don't have clarity. Rather, you are confused and you cannot understand the purpose of life. So how can we achieve this? By removing that which is unnecessary and creating a space that truly matters. Just wait, this I will explain afterwards. how life teaches. So what I want to point out here, the light on the path strictly instructs us, stand upright, stand firm like a rock amid the turmoil. But it is very difficult. But what light on the path says, obeying the warrior who is the king. So it says, stand upright, firm as rock amid the turmoil, obeying the warrior who is the king. So once you become the warrior, you become the king, and you know the warrior shall win because he is incapable of defeat. This is what in the light on the path instructed. So we are not fighting. We are allowing the inner warrior to fight. And we know that warrior is incapable of defeat. And once you have this conviction, then you can stand upright, firm as rock amid the turmoil of the life. So standing thus means standing thus cool and awakened. It is only then we can hear the song of life, because then you have acquired that power of listening the song of life. How you have acquired that power? You have achieved that power, or you have acquired that power by suffering pain and ending of those pains. So it is said, suffer, suffer, suffer. And you know, suffering results into the ending of suffering. This is again a great statement. Suffering results into the ending of suffering. You contemplate on it. You suffer, suffer, suffer. It is not continuous. It will end. So life is definitely the best teacher. Suffering and pains are to our personality. Pain is to our physical body. Suffering is to our astro-mental body. So when we realize this in our life, that realization itself is understanding. Realization itself is enlightenment. And that makes our life more easy. One more point. Easy life or a good life is that when we assume nothing. But whatever comes, we accept. We assume nothing, but whatever comes, we accept as a gift or as a challenge or as a lesson to learn. If hardship comes, hardship that comes in our life is a best teacher. It makes aware of our enduring capacity, enduring power. It makes aware of our talent and enduring the people around us also. Such understanding during our hardship, our life teaches one lesson, and that lesson is try not to quit. If failure comes, then it is best revision. See, if failure comes, it is best revision. And to be fit and perfect, revision is essential. Practice makes man perfect. So what I want to say here, learn simple formula of human life. That what is that simple formula? We are active at mental level, emotional level, and physical level. So at mental level, what we think, that you become. At emotional level, what we feel, that we attract. And in physical level, what we visualize with our optic capacity, you create. So it is in a simple terms, we understand in theosophy, thought builds our character and desires give us opportunity, and action makes our environment. So, to benefit mankind, we have to live. That is what HPB has given a message. Manav Seva, Isha Seva. It is very nicely explained in Sanskrit. Paropakaraya phalati vrakshaha, paropakaraya vahanti nadya, paropakaraya duhanti gava, paropakaraya idam shariram. So this mantra, actually, it says in English translation, paropakaraya phalanti vraksha means trees bear fruits for the benefit of others. Paropakaraya vahanti nadya means rivers flow for the benefit of others. Paropakaraya duhanti gava, cows yield milk for the benefit of others. And therefore, paropakaraya idam shariram. And this body exists for the benefit of others. So live to benefit the mankind. That is what the instruction of HPB is definitely coming from the teaching of this ancient wisdom. This is what Sanatana we call eternal. And therefore, here timeless existence in the world of time. You exist in time, but you belong to eternity. So the next slide you can take. Yes, that comes in next. Okay. Here, Buddha also said, greatest gift is the health, and greatest wealth is contentment. So we are not contented, and therefore we are not rich. We are also not healthy. Faithfulness is the best relationship. Have faith in the divine life and choose, because you have brain in your head. Choose because you have feet in your shoes. Choose, you can walk on any direction you choose. So the two most important days in our life are the day you have born and the day you discover why you are here. This is very important. We should remember that as positive mind promotes good health, in the same way, everyday kind acts promotes our spiritual life. You have two hands, one for helping yourself and other for helping others. So everything happens for a reason. As we don't know the divine plan fully, but be aware that that reason is to bring change in us. Sometimes it may hurt us, but ask yourself, what is it that hurts you? Who is reacting with that hurt? Is it not the ego? Is it not the me and mine, I and I-ness? Just focus attention on that. Then that hurt begins to dissolve. It begins to dissolve itself when you focus your attention. That kind of awareness is necessary during that alertness, attentiveness. Just focus attention on that, then that hurt begins to dissolve itself because it loses its intensity. But such suggestion need to be given on and often, because human being forgets everything. Always he is not attentive, always he is not careful, very careless. So such suggestion need to be given on and often during one's hardship in life. So when there is hardship, there is a lot of opportunity to contemplate on life. So the divine life asking us to rise, to awake, and have a jump into a new dimension. It is only then our life shows something strange or miracle. Miracle is a natural phenomenon, as it is dimensional change. We look at as miracle, but before that, sometimes it is very hard to move on. But once you begin to move on, then perhaps you will realize it was the best decision. It is the best decision you have ever made. So let me tell you my own experience when I took the best decision to come to stay at Adair. Before that, I had a very good experience in my service life, because I was only 5 years remained for my retirement, and I was unexpectedly transferred from job from this village to the another city, that is from Sangli to Pune. And in Sangli, it is Shivaji University. In Pune, it is Pune University or deemed university. So the university also changed, the city also changed. It was a great change in my life, because after 35 years, after 37 years, I retired. Again, I came back to Sangli and then retired. That is different. But 1 year why I was transferred, I don't know. It was a great change in my life, because I worked for 32 years in one city, settled well. I was completely in my comfortable zone, rendering service through years and years at federation level, at lodge level, at the Indian section level, even at the international section level. I was doing all that. And I was utilizing my casual leave for lecturing tours as national lecturer. But then now, when I asked to leave my comfortable zone and face the new situation in new college, new department, new university, new colleagues, new students, new syllabus, all at once, everything new, and myself being the aspirant of life, I accepted this new life. I accepted physically, but it was very difficult to accept at subconscious level. I was disturbed in my subconscious, and that affected my health. That is what I learned a lesson from it. Even if we are aware and awake, in subconscious, it is there. So for that purpose, what is to be done? This slide shows how life teaches. Hardship is our best teacher. Problem is the best assignment, and failure is the best revision. This is very nice. This is a positive mind and negative mind. When you look at this positive mind and negative mind, the positive mind is the seeing the glass half full, and negative mind seeing the glass half empty. Positive mind finds opportunities, and negative mind sees troubles and problems. Positive mind utilizes that is available and already known, whereas negative mind focuses on what can't be helped. And positive mind has optimism about the future, whereas negative mind steps back in fear during hard times. So these are the distinctions between positive mind and negative. This knowledge also helps, because negativity definitely affects. And I have studied the chemical changes, what chemical changes occurs when there is negativity. Due to negativity, acid is released, aura also decreases, there is no glowing, resistance power also decreases, all the systems in the body functions are affected, BP increases, unwanted hormones release. So this lesson is think positive and be healthy is the only lesson that we can learn from the life. So all the problems are stuck between mind and matter. If you don't mind, then it does not matter. That is really correct. Because Krishnamurti said, I don't mind anything. So there is no problem then. So learn to let go and not to mind is good lesson. Because this is a lesson to learn brought at our disposal. Positive mindsets in this respect is one of the best solutions. We are aware of the nature of our positive mindset, because it never sees the glass is empty. That is what I explained now. So once it is observed, then lesson that an aspirant must practice to keep his magnetic purity by how letting go and not to mind. So it is said, better we can walk away from people who put us down. Unnecessary, don't keep relations with them. Let go those fights that never be resolved. Unnecessarily, once it is not resolved, accept it. Let go those fights. Walk away from trying to please people who never see your worth. Because everyone has got something to give. His purpose of life is that one. He has come to give something. So everyone has got something to give. And if you are not able to see the good in him, then, and if the people are not able to see good in you also, you walk away from trying to please them. The more you let go and walk away from things that pollutes your subconscious mind, then you can become healthier, you become what you want. I think this is the most important lessons in life. We are subjected to such events which teach us, if we are aware, he who lives in harmony with himself really lives in harmony with the whole universe, because he tuned with the universe. It is only human being who is unable to tune. Otherwise, all mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, all those kingdoms, they are tuning with the universe. It is the human being who is consciously separating himself. Self as separation is a great illusion. So it is said, he who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe. So what lesson it teaches? Be with yourself. Don't make it complex. Be with yourself. Be with your own problems. That is what Krishnamurti said. If there is an ending of suffering in one consciousness, in one's consciousness, if there is ending of suffering, then it affects the whole consciousness of the world. So that is what we can give. That is what we can do. We can make ourselves harmonious, bring harmony within ourselves, and that bringing harmony within ourselves definitely affects the consciousness of the world. Even a poet Rumi said, love means step away from ego. What is love? We feel loving with the other means we forget our ego. That means we become, oh, hidden love, embracing all in oneness. That comes here. Love means step away from ego and to open eyes to inner vision and to not to take this weight. That is what Rumi said. Rumi is poet. So next slide, you can show that the space. Here it is very important. On one side there is stimulate, on the other side there is the response. In between there is say, happy Sunday we can remove. If today is Sunday, it's okay, quite proper. See, stimulus and response. In between stimulus and response, is there space? That is important. In space lies the power to choose an appropriate response. A thoughtful response has the capacity to empower us and change our destiny. So response is one of the most powerful weapons to occupy in someone's heart. So it is instructed, look into the heart of men, means try to feel their feelings. And that response is one of the most powerful weapons to occupy in someone's heart. How can you touch the heart of the other? Understanding their feelings. So always give the best response to the people who care for you. So this is what this slide it shows. The next slide is choose to grow. Again, we have choice. Therefore, choose to grow rather than rot. That is first lesson. Choose to smile, not frown. You know, frown is separation and smile is unity. It itself shows this smile is unity and frown is separation. So choose to smile rather than frown. Then choose to express gratitude instead of complaints. Human beings have a lot of complaints, always. But adepts in the White Brotherhood, they say ingratitude is not found in the dictionary of adepts. So always you must be grateful to the others because one life is depending on the other. We have this interdependent, interrelated, interconnected web of life. Once you understand this, then there is no ingratitude as such. For everything you are grateful. Then, through right choice towards the choicelessness. So it is once you have such kind of right choice, then you come to that stage of choicelessness. So choose to keep going rather than quitting. So that is again try and choose to love others rather than hate. You know, hate and love, they are very important in our life. We have love as well as we have hate. We love somebody, we hate others. That means we are not actually loving. So both love and hate are immortal elements. They never die. So if you hate in your life, throughout the life, then it is the immortal one. It comes with you. That hate comes with you. In the same manner, whatever love you have done, that is also immortal. Both are expressions of the same one thing. So it is said, hate and love are immortal feelings. And our happiness is always a choice. You can't wait for circumstances to get better and be happy. You have to create your own environment, your own circumstance. So the message of life is, look for the ways to be happy every day. Look for the ways to be happy every day. It is better to send good thoughts. And if you choose the timing, 7:15, that will be good. Throughout the world, early morning 7:15 is the time where we can send a good thoughts and we can change the world consciousness. You observe that it is better. 7:15 is okay, because I am not asking you to get early in the morning, Brahma, Muhurta, etc. 7:15 is okay. Once you take the bath, you can send good thoughts during that time, because during the same time, many spiritual organizations, they are doing that one. The same good thoughts are sending throughout the world. That is the goodwill towards the human consciousness. So life is short, and therefore we should be happy. Then next, what I want to show is, here also you can see, because in the very first slide I have shown that our life itself is soul consciousness ensures happiness forever. So what is we don't know much soul or etc. But we know these terms, Atman, which is imperishable, and body is perishable. The body dies, but Atma continues. That is what we have studied. Doesn't matter. But if you believe in inspiration of unity, intuitions, insight, intellect, desire, vitality, feelings, and your physical body, all these are what you are. These are the thinking aspects. Man is the thinker, and these are the thinking aspects. Sometimes you feel unity that inspires you. You become one with that particular thing for a moment. When you see a very beautiful flower, you won't say anything, just you look at it. That is the inspiration of unity. Sometimes you get insight and then intuitive feelings. So this is how intellect, desire, vitality, feelings, these are not new to us, human beings. Only body, soul, and spirit, that is what in the other figure we have shown. What is spirit? What is matter? Spirit and matter are the two poles of life, actually. And spirit is unorganized life. Matter is organized life. See, this is very simple definition. Spirit is unorganized life, and matter is organized life. Soul we don't know, but soul is the connection between spirit and matter. So once we understand this, spirit, soul, and body, soul is the body to act in spiritual world, whereas material body we have to act in physical world on this earth planet. So once we understand this, then perhaps with soul connection is possible. Next slide. Here again, we also need to understand our endocrine systems. You know, there are many pineal glands, pituitary body, parathyroid, thyroid, thymus. All these are the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands, they are secreting the hormones, and we have this chemical balance within. And chemicals are very sensitive. Whatever subconscious you feed, whatever you feed to your subconsciousness, that affects the endocrine secretion. So neuroendocrine balance is very essential. Such knowledge helps and brings relaxation. The relaxation itself bringing chemical balance. Slow down your activity. You are more rajasic. I'm not saying you are lazy, but you are more enthusiastic, more rajasic. So slow down yourself. Be calm and quiet. That brings a chemical balance within you. Relaxing itself is regenerating. When you relax, you begin to feel. And when you begin to feel, the chemical changes occur and you also begin to heal. And when you begin to heal, you will grow. So sometimes slowing down our own activities, rajasic activities, I think it is more productive thing that we can do. How to decide faster then? And slow down also. So we also must become a decisive man. There should not be conflict. There should be clarity. Decision must be there. So how to decide faster then? How can we see the clear? We can see the clear when we limit our opinions, when we are able to draw a line between good and bad. Both are there, but we draw a line between good and bad. We are doing some bad things. We are also doing some good things. But draw a line. It must not be extreme one. Then listen to your gut feelings. Here it is again feeling. When the feeling comes, when you are relaxed, when you start meditation. So think time as money and be decisive. Otherwise, indecisiveness kills you. Then in the next slide, I will go to the next part now. This is part one, what I want to deal with. Then learn lesson about happiness chemicals and how to hack them. These are popular: dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, and serotonin. These are the 4 hormones which are said to be happiness chemicals. Dopamine is the reward hormone. Oxytocin is the love hormone. Endorphin is the painkiller. And serotonin is the mood stabilizer. All these chemicals are there. You need not go for the medicine. They are there in your body. Only you have to relax, be calm and quiet, and bring harmony within you. Then you can hack these happy chemicals. Dopamine, as I said, it is reward hormone. So it depends upon what food you eat, what whether you complete your task or not, whether you are taking self-care activities or not. So all this affects the dopamine hormone. Oxytocin hormone, socializing yourself, physical touch, petting animals, helping others. Even when you find drained yourself, you go to the tree and stand upright to the tree, touching your backside to the trunk. This is what I can send you many animals. They do like this. They go and stand touching their back to the trees and they get energy. So that is also a kind of getting energy. Trees are really giving us energy. Of course, we know in science, because they are giving us the glucose. Whatever glucose we have in our body, it is coming from the plants only. Then endorphin is a painkiller. So if you have good exercise, listening to music, listening a a good YouTube lectures also, that makes you relax. And that is acting as a painkiller. Endorphin is secreted. Mood stabilizer is the serotonin. You have to expose to the sun. Also try mindful meditation. Be with the nature. This is how we can learn from the nature and hack those hormones which are already within us. Then the Theosophical Society at Adyar presents a wisdom for living by arranging monthly talks, inviting eminent and intellectual various background persons, because it is the master's instruction. Get hold of the intellectuals who understand the theosophy. Only intellectual they can understand the theosophy. And if we invite those intellectuals, and this kind of program we have started every Saturday in every month. So on 26th August, I was asked to preside over this Wisdom for Living series talk on positive mentality health. And I introduced the speaker, Dr. Lakshmi Vijay Kumar, who is the founder of Sneha Suicidal Center in Chennai. And you know, her Sneha Suicidal Center in Chennai was inaugurated by Radha Bernier. So I was asked to preside over that lecture. And the speaker was very well known. And her service throughout the world was appreciated. But she spoke on positive mentality, positive mental health. The topic of her talk was positive mental health. And she said how our body chemicals change and respond to various situations. That is what she said. And nowadays, there are many people I think doing suicide because they don't have positive mentality. So having seen that you are a bundle of memories held together by attachment, step out and look for the outside by Sakshi Bhava, just witnessing. You may receive for the first time something which is not memory. Then you cease to be Mr. Shinde and you are at last at peace. So this is what we have to witness the nature. You then realize that nothing was very wrong, ever wrong. Actually, you were wrong. And how it is all over. This is how we must observe our own life. Never again will you be caught in the mesh of desires. Nisargadatta Maharaj said, desires are born from ignorance. So, desire is the cause of rebirth. Buddha said, Nisargadatta Maharaj also said, desire are born from ignorance. So, life teaches not to complain about others. It is better to change ourselves if you want peace. So it is important to have self-knowledge and anatomy of our body. That is also next slide I am showing. It is essential to know. See the duality, moving from duality to unity. In stage 1, we are moving like this. We are in the duality, but moving towards unity. Natural attraction is there. In the beginning, in the stage 1st, there is complete duality. We don't accept. I am separate. There is no oneness of life. I am separate. My life is different. Your life is different. So that first figure shows, stage 1 shows the duality, exactly opposite. Then stage 2 thinking of unity begins. When you really begin to think, if there is really unity, yes, there is something unity. My life, my emotions are same as the others. So such kind of thinking begins, because man is the thinker. This is the second stage where the unity begins. A unity of all life is to understand or realize the unity of all life is our mission of Theosophical Society. So when this unity begins, when we start thinking of others. So this thought itself is the power to bring towards such kind of unity. Then stage 3, sometimes when he begins to think, still they are apart. In stage 3, they are still apart. Upper part is different, lower part is different, but the directions are towards each other, because then they are receiving insights and unity. And fourth begins to see unity in diversity. Actually, intellectually, you get convicted. We can also think of physical level, we share one earth, all these elements we share in the physically. Chemical level, we share one chemical pattern. Biological level, we share one life. Social level, we share one humanity. And spiritual level, we share one intelligence. What is beyond intelligence? We are trying to discover now artificial intelligence, but still we are not attained to that unity of all life. So these are the stages. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. When we come to the stage 5 and 6, probably then that oneness of unity is achieved. So it is important to have self-knowledge and anatomy of our body as well. It is essential because our material body and spiritual body are different worlds, but are connected by human intellect. Intellectually, human being has this capacity to know that he has two souls. One is the human soul, another is the animal soul. Animal soul is active in the material world, but it needs be controlled by viveka or discrimination. Spiritual soul is active in the spiritual world when it becomes free from the prison of personality. So this self-knowledge is essential for human life. This is what I want to show through this slide. Then life then becomes the song and not a cry. When I understand fully, not to compare, not to compete, and also understand, let go, accepting as it comes, witnessing. So the life teaches as we become linked with our spiritual part. And when the fear and guilt, greed, shame, grief, lie, all these illusions, delusions, attachments, all these release. It teaches a lesson as we become linked with the spiritual part of ourselves. And they release fear, guilt, greed. Therefore, soul consciousness is very important. In the beginning only, the life teaches. These are the stumbling blocks, actually, greeds, shame, lie, illusions, delusions, attachments. These are the stumbling blocks in our life. But how we can get through this? Only by meditation, thinking and visualizing that I am a joy, I am bliss, I am harmony, I am safe, the universe supports me, the universe nurtures me, the universe nourishes me, I am at peace with myself, I am at peace with the life process, I am at peace with all those around me. Thus I love, accept myself and all those around me. So if you accept this, then perhaps, as J.K. said, we begin to live in totality. We live at the intellectual level at one time, but at emotional level at another time. At a purely physical level at another time. And most of us worship intellect. A man who lives totally is not fragmented like this. His life is not fragmented as emotional life, intellectual life, or pure physical life. A man who lives totally, not fragmented, or fragmentarily, is not intellectual man, is not emotional, physical, but is all the time a total being. This is what Krishnamurti teaches us. Look to your own life. You don't divide your intellectual level, emotional level, pure physical level. Try to live totality. It is difficult, but try. You have advanced. Humanity is advanced tremendously. But we have destroyed the earth. We have killed thousands. For what purpose? For religion, for idea, for exploitation of earth, for money. So, Krishnamurti says, you love God and you kill man. This is your heredity. This is your conditioning. So as long as there is no freedom from conditioning, there cannot go possibility of transformation of the mind. Even in Tirupura Rahasya, very nicely says, therefore have satsanga, the company of sages is the first step. That is what we do in lodges. All like-minded people, like-hearted people gather together and try to understand the life, try to understand the purpose of life, try to understand the divine plan and adjust their own life according to that highest goal. So one who aspires to attain the such kind of ultimate unity should seek the company of saints and must discipline himself. So in the next type I showed, self-discipline is the lesson of life. Better to be vegetarian. This is just shown. We are in the beginning thinker, then we become aspirant, then we become pupil, then we become disciple, then we become adept. These are the again stages. It won't come immediately. Man is the thinker. And how he thinks, that is shown. Hunger is the first element of self-discipline. If you can control what you eat and drink, you can control everything else. So, life ends when you stop thinking, imagining, dreaming. And hope ends when you stop believing. And love ends when you stop caring. So, and brotherhood and friendship ends when you stop sharing. So what is needed? Dreaming is needed, imagination is needed, believing is also needed, caring is also needed, and sharing is also needed. Sharing and caring is the key of life. Read the book of life and try. Some chapters are definitely sad chapters, some are happy chapters, some are very exciting chapters. But if you never turn the page, you will never know what the next chapter holds for you. So try by being sensitive and active. And we meet people in our life, not without any reason. We meet them because either we need them to change our life, or they need us for change their life. So this is what the divine plan works. The next slide is observe your life and balance yourself by meditation. Meditation definitely reduces stress, improves sleep, regulates heartbeat, makes you happier, enthusiastic, and promotes positive world. And then you rise from primitive man to ordinary man to advanced man. Then you become a disciple and adapt. These are the benefits of meditations I have given. What we must observe in our life is the most destructive habit is worry. Stop worry. Worry, curry, and hurry are the resulting into the acidity. That is what said. So the most destructive habit is worry. And most greatest joy is in giving. And most greatest loss is self-respect. So in the next slide, yes, you show that slide, expansion. Our expanding world, you can see. It is a very nice slide. Actually, in the center, I, the self. So we start with my body, my feelings, my thoughts. Then we come to the spiritual life, and then we expand to divinity. We start with my family, my house, my village, my nation, and then we think of world, global, one world. We start with my neighbors, my animals, my plants, my minerals, and then we come to the thinking of universe. In the same manner, we start with my personal life, then my home life, my civic life, my national and race life. Then we think of United Nations. We are still thinking, humanity is still thinking of this divinity, one world, universe, United Nations. But these are our expanding words that I want to show. Next slide is very important. It's just focus because time is. This is, look at this whole our life, right from the fertilization, zygote formation, the embryo development, heart development, and how we develop. Who contributes this? The parents, father and mother, and women have been chosen by God as the portal. Women are the portal between spiritual realm and the physical realm. Women are the only women are the only force on the earth. Women are powerful enough to navigate unborn spirit into this planet. And sharing and caring is the key of life. So if you, Garbha Samskara is one of the special importance out of the many, about 16 samskaras are there through which the human being passes through the lifespan of life. And brain is the most important center of the human body. So this is what I want to focus on this, how women are important, how these are the portal between spiritual world and material world. And it is the combination of both sharing and caring. Both are essential. Next slide, the brain. Yes. Human brain is the most important center of the human body. It is in the first 5 years of the child that the development of human brain takes place. In fact, it is in fetal stage that the brain starts absorbing, acquiring, assimilating knowledge from the outer world, while in the mother's womb, through the sound, sensations, through skin. Therefore, the Garbha Samskara is one of the special importance out of the all other samskara. Therefore, evolution of mind is the fundamental step in the evolution of human being from the stage of animal to divine. To raise the level of consciousness is a process that happens in the mind. And the end point is the merging of the individual consciousness with the cosmic consciousness. The practices, as we know, Ashtanga Yoga enables the human being to transcend the limits of body, mind, and soul. This is what enlightenment is all about. I think this human brain, which I want to show here, ego and higher self. Here also, we have left brain and right brain. Left brain is victim mentality, and right brain is having accountability. Left brain is scarcity mindset, and the right brain gives abundance. Left brain sees the mistakes, right brain sees the lessons. Left brain complains about everything, but right brain is grateful and finds joy. This is how there is a theory, left brain and right brain theory about the brain. But nowadays, about there is 1,000 brain theory has come. 1,000 brain theory of intelligence by J. Hawkins. You can Google that book. And it shows columns and grid cells. Because whatever sensations we receive, they operate in the brain, and those sensory features, they affect. So heart and mind is very important, bringing the heart and mind together. So mind, we know a lot about the mind, and also brain is the tool of the mind. But heart also we must bring in it. When we bring the synergy of heart and mind, then we make miracle. I don't want to go much deeper in this. So I think, Vimalji, I stop here because it is 1 hour over. But it is very interesting to say and also listen also to others. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I think it was a wonderful talk. And there's something for the young and the old. So anybody wants to, share their learning or their ideas, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Namaste, sir. Shinde, sir. I am Jayanti from Bangarpet.
Bangarpet, okay.
Sir, you put a word that spirit is a unorganized life.
Yes.
And matter is an organized life. Sir, could you explain more on that, sir?
See, what is spirit, we can't define.
Okay.
But we can't say spirit is not life. Unless there is, you see, we have a sportive spirit, we have educational spirit, we have political spirit, we have social spirit. Everything we speak about the spirit. So the spirit cannot be without life. So it is life, but we can't define it because it is not organized. So spirit is unorganized life, whereas matter is organized life. In matter, we can see everything. That is, matter expresses in physical level, in emotional level, in mental level. We know about thoughts and thought power, thought culture. We know about the emotions. What is the emotional force after all? Emotion is when desire mixes with the thought, it becomes emotion. So like this, subtler matters are emotions and thoughts, desires. These are the subtler matters. And the gross matter, we know physical, we know brain also, it is a gross matter. So when matter is organized in this way, as brain cells, muscle cells, heart cells, then that organized matter, we call it as the physical life or life. And unorganized thing, which we can't see, that is the spirit. So it is a good definition. Spirit is unorganized life, because I am thinking of life. Spirit is unorganized life and matter is organized life. This is what I want to convey you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
It's very clear. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, the content on this dopamine and all those things was a very new thing for me, sir. It was really a new knowledge for me. And then I am joining for the first time this particular Discord also, with the help of one kind soul who gave me the link today.
Okay.
So it was a very interesting topic. And then I never knew about this. And then
you know steroid, you know hormones. You see, when you go to the doctor, they give you injections. All these hormones are there in our body.
Those things I knew, sir, but the other perspective of all these things I didn't know about, sir. See, for example, exposure to sun is one of the things which I never knew, that this will also creates hormonal reaction in our body. So that was a new thing, and I'm very happy to know about it, and thanks.
Yes, there are happiness chemicals in our body. We must learn how to hack them.
So that is the place where I need some kind of clarity in terms of happiness, this one, because I would like to work on it, sir. So if you can explain a little bit. If you can say something about that happiness, this one, can you help me about that? What is exactly that happiness, this one?
Happiness is really, it comes naturally. You must create your happiness, that one. Because happiness, nobody will create. You can create it. Just relax yourself. Then you begin to feel, when you begin to feel, that harmonization of heart and mind takes place. And that harmony itself brings secretion of these happiness hormones. That is what it is said. Meditation helps in this sense. Without meditation, we can't do it. Meditation practice is essential for the human being. Because human being is the only man who is made his life complicated. So simple life, simple relaxation, being with nature, these are the some instructions which we must follow. And better be with the satsanga. That is what also it is said. Be with the saints, be with the good people, be with the trees. Trees are really saints, actually. Trees are called to be saints. So be with the trees. We are cutting the trees, we are not planting the trees, we are not watering the trees. These all are human evil actions which disturb the whole thing.
Thank you so much, sir.
You are welcome.
Vimalji, we have to close because we are over.
Thank you, Pradeep.
A cloud limitation we have.
I know.
Thank you, everyone, for your active participation.
I must thank Vimalji also. He made my slides rightly exposed to all of you.
Thank you for the privilege, sir. It's such a privilege. So let's all close with a closing prayer. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. So on 1st October, we have 3 speakers. They will speak on behalf of the Indian section. We are celebrating 1st October with the 3 speakers, Susma ji, Susma Srivastav, and Arindam from Bombay, and Sri Priya Raghavan from Madhya. Thank you. You are all invited to join at 6 p.m. on 1st October. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.